Volume 9 is here. Or, well, it's 26 minutes away. And I'm going to be doing reactions to Volume 9. I've never done that before. So, sort of just winging it. I don't know how I will react. I've never really paid attention to how I react to things before, so I don't know if I'm a outward expression kind of reactor, or if I'm more of a, yes, I see. So, let's find out. I am obviously very excited. We've been waiting for a little bit, quite a little bit now. The nerves have been slowly creeping in all day. I should probably mention it is 2 a.m. because I'm in the land of Australia. Being a RWBY fan from down under means staying up very late to watch new episodes as they air, because I am a crazy person. Obviously, things are probably more different than they've ever been for, many reasons. How we're watching it, what the hell's gonna happen. I'll probably talk about it more after the episode. It's equal parts exciting and I don't know how to describe it. Nervous feeling, because for the first time we're going into a new volume with basically no idea of what the hell is going to happen. It's almost like a complete blank slate. So many things could happen. So, in terms of how I'll probably be doing things, I'll be watching the episodes. Big surprise there. Because it is the early morning hours, and I am kind of tired. I'm probably not going to stick around for, hours after talking and discussing everything. What I will probably do is I'll do, initial thoughts and stuff like that. And then I'll probably do more of a deep dive in the coming days once I've had time to, digest everything. So, one thing that did happen today is the OP, the song, came out. I haven't listened to it yet because I wanted to save it for the reaction itself. But what I probably will do is, once the episode's done, I will go and listen to the full thing because it's me. Come on. So, let's do this thing in 18 minutes. Oh, God. Okay. Here we go. Oh, dear. I will spare you the few minutes I had prior to the clock hitting 2:30 of me. So, let's go. Oh boy.
This is the story of a girl who had a lot of problems.
Not starting how I thought we were. Or maybe we are. Hey, we are starting the way I thought we were. Music's changed.
Should have never been born.
Changed? Music's changed, but not completely. Some of it's still there. I'm assuming things will be pretty much unchanged from what we've seen of this. Ah, there go the shakes, dude. There go the shakes. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Part of me is glad that we're seeing stuff that we've already seen before. Just, like, ease me into it. I'm just... Ah, it's surreal, dude. Can't believe we're here. In we go. No questions asked. Bug. Look at that bird. Shoebill looking ass. The mouse. Can't stop shaking, dude. Honestly, can't stop shaking. I feel it in my teeth. Pull out the ground cheese. Yes. Ground cheese. Gib.
Now, if only you could help me.
I could try. Why are you yelling? Did you want to share? Oh, I guess it's only fair.
No, that's all right. I guess I've just never really spoken to a mouse before.
Well, I guess I've never spoken to you before. What are you?
Oh, I'm a human.
Got a feeling we'll be hearing that question a lot.
A huntress.
That's a lot of things.
I'm Ruby Rose.
And
Damn right you are.
Rose is your purpose?
No, that's my name. Do you have a name?
I'm still young, so not yet.
How about I call you Little for now? Would that be all right?
How does one little? Huh? What's wrong?
Have you seen other people? Humans. Like me.
Exactly like you?
No, not exactly like me. I mean, we're similar, but different.
I'm sure it'll make sense eventually.
One would have long blonde hair. The other has, well, cat ears. Sorry, I should have known. I've seen plenty of cartoons.
Well, never seen anyone who does or doesn't look like you. But maybe someone in my village has. They're always out foraging. You know, since we need food and stuff. Speaking of which, a few more of these wouldn't hurt.
You really think it's around here somewhere?
New stuff!
I'm uncertain about anything at the moment. Gambol Shroud fell after you and RWBY, but before I did. And we found each other, so... What is this place?
Name dropping Gambol Shroud too. That's cool.
None of my guesses really make sense.
Blake... I'm really glad you're okay.
I'm really glad you are too. And if we are, then that means Yang and RWBY might be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she knows.
Weiss, can you... What happened after we fell?
Yep.
We should focus on finding everyone else first. I think I see something.
God damn it. Oh, it's gonna suck, dude. It's gonna suck so bad. Hey!
I guess it could have been worse.
Well, good news. I'm low on dust.
That wasn't an invitation, Weiss.
Sorry.
Attack!
The trap has been sprung!
Look at them all!
Falls, I pray!
He's got scars!
Not what
He's
I
blind in one eye!
now.
What a cool little mouse.
Are you drooling on me?
We were not the prey, but the hunter! What's going on? Oh, hey, it's your cat friend. A new adversary approaches. We must liberate our kin. I didn't know what to do because she looked sad. But then we talked, and she seemed less sad. Then she pulled the cheese out of the ground on her own.
You have our sincerest apologies. Please understand that our kind is a bit skeptical of cats. And snakes. And cats.
If we could ask, have you seen anyone else who looks like us? Long, blonde hair.
Yeah, where's she at?
Kind of scary, but isn't.
Could be if she wanted to.
Dramatic head check.
Thanks anyway. Before all of this, I was trying to go to that cliff over there. I figured going to higher ground and getting my bearings would be good.
Sounds like the best option for now.
If you want to go to the cliff, I could help with that. I don't really have anything to do yet.
Yet?
I can be your trusty guide.
Yay.
Or, I guess we
Bug's
can figure
back.
it out ourselves.
At least they got us to this path. We need to hurry. Yang's been down here the longest, and we still haven't found her.
Weiss, I was wondering,
Oh no.
if you fell, and are there others down here too? What happened?
I don't know if anyone else fell. No.
Don't do
I
this
think
to
she's
me.
down here, if she's even down here. Then we
No.
can go over everything.
God damn it.
Just...
Searching.
Oh, damn, dude.
Listening.
Oh, yeah, she hasn't. Yeah.
I said I wasn't done with you yet!
Where's your arm, girl?
Recede. Retreat. Point. Return.
What the fuck, dude?
Damn it! You weren't supposed to be here.
If you thought we wouldn't come for you, then you must have forgotten who raised me. What happened to your arm?
Yeah, what's
I
up?
don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
Why not? You seem trustworthy.
Ruby?
What is that?
Aw.
Yang.
I sort of thought you'd be a little happier to see us.
I am. It's just... it must have gone pretty bad, huh?
Oh god, here we go. Fucking.
Weiss.
Everything happened so fast. No one came back from Vacuo to help. And Penny, Jaune tried to help, but she sacrificed herself.
We have no idea what happened to the relic.
Or what happened to everyone in Vacuo? Or where Neo is? Maybe everyone else made it.
I don't know, but I have a bad feeling.
Neo's here too.
Hey, are you alright?
She attacked me when we were falling.
Okay. Ruby's weapon is still missing. Yang's arm was stolen. I think we focus on getting everything back. Then we can figure out exactly how to get out of here. Wherever here is.
But what if we can't leave? Or what if
we're dead?
Fair question.
When you all found me, I thought for sure I was. No,
Hey,
I don't think we're dead.
there's that music.
I know how this sounds, but I think we're in a fairy tale.
Oh, damn, that's it already, is it? Oh, snap. Oh. Oh, boy. Cool, dude. Ah, cool, dude. Oh, man. Ah, cool. I'm guessing that's our Alice. Haha. Cool. Yo. That's interesting. This is not music from this episode. This is music from Volume 8. That's an interesting choice. Jabberwalker. Look at all these wonderful people. Look at this. Ugh. Ugh. Look at this concept art. I'm so excited to see more concept art of this place, dude. Look at that. God, what the fuck is that thing? Oh, man. Okay, honestly, don't know what to say. God, I don't know what to say. I'm intrigued, but I already knew that. I already knew I was intrigued by everything. God damn, Weiss, dude. Ugh. Alright. Let me try and get my head around everything that happened. So, we saw like the first 6 minutes already. So, I don't really need to go over that. Interesting that we didn't see Weiss and Blake meet up. It is interesting that we didn't see any of the others landing. Especially since Blake and RWBY went together. And Weiss went, well, second to last. Yet she managed to meet up with Blake somehow. And Yang's been there for a while, obviously. And she's had some sort of adventure. Lost her arm and encountered... fuck. What was that thing called again? To the credits. Jabberwalker. Richard Norman. Pilot Boy is back. And he also did the bird. Okay, so Jabberwalker. Obviously, like Jabberwocky or whatever. Which I admittedly don't know a whole lot about, so I can't really comment too much on that. Other than very interested in what it is and what it's doing, what its purpose is. Love the sound design on it too. The sound design, both on its like, raw sound and then the actual effect on the voice itself. It's fucking neat. Just actually, this is probably good. Good idea just to refresh myself of. Yeah, so we got all that. Oh, yeah, so we'll talk about that when we get there. Right, so this thing, like, what is this thing? I think that's my big question. Yeah, so this bloody thing, what are you? This whole thing. Yeah, this, okay. So, God, I feel for Weiss, man. Because, I mean, we know that something Penny-related will be in this volume. Because we've seen that in the trailers. I like how sort of instant it was for RWBY to pass out from that. Instantly she knew. And it was just, lights out. And then we got that. Alright. I want to take another look at the intro, though. Because some crazy stuff in there. And then we'll go listen to the song. So we know that. We have these two. Duh. Very little of Jaune in the intro. From the first time I watched it. I love the look. I don't know what they're doing with it, but I just love this. I love this look. It's cool. Fuck yeah, dude. I love this. It's reminiscent of Volume 7's intro, but who the... Oh, is that our Alice? Alyx was the name, right? Alyx or something like that? This bodes well. This bodes well. I That's cool. I wonder what the potential symbology of that shot is. Questions for later. Hang on, go back a little bit, please. Please. Oh God. No. Hammer. What are these, Daleks? A little... Is that the cat? Are those the cat size? This is interesting too. So they... Stronger walk. There's the cat. Ruby falling behind. Falling even more behind. We're in a jog now. A light jog. And now we're running! And Ruby is not running. She's very far behind. There's that pile of leaves. Which contains that thing. God, this volume's gonna be fucking weird. What's going on here, bro? My boy? What is going on with you? Clock. Time. What could it mean? Sort of reminiscent of that one part in Ice Queendom, actually. Now this, what's going on here? We've seen this bridge, haven't we? In one of the trailers. I think with Yang, right? And this smoke. This is a cool shot. I love that shot. Look at her. Oh, man. She was made for this world. To live in this world. Of all the characters, she's the one that fits in this place so well. And I noticed I don't know, I was going to say sugar cube, which I mean, I suppose it is, but is that like rainbow color or something like that? Look at that. Rainbow colors, multiple colors. What does that mean? Yeah. Right, so we got a book. A book and this motherfucker. Well, it's got a tree on it. So, ooh, can I read that writing by chance? I'm sure someone will do a zoom and enhance on that shit. Right, so what do we have here? Oh! So we have like what is that? Jackalope, right? Rabbit with antlers? Jackalope, is that it? But our boy is there with the jackalope. So I guess people were right with the trailer with the giant rabbit and our boy and Jaune being the one riding it. This individual, the Daleks, and salt shakers, kitty cat, little cheese, most important thing. A reflection in the mirror who looks different. Looks like they have glasses. Interesting that Neo's the final thing, and with such a prominent whoosh. Yeah, it's great too. Interesting, and that, yeah, the fade. I guess it was not a coincidence that we had the name drop of, was it Alyx or Alyx? I don't know. In Roman Holiday, I think. And I need to reread it. Maybe it wasn't a coincidence. Obviously, we saw that in the trailer, but who do these other footsteps belong to? Okay. Yeah. Also, just got to point out, very interesting that they're using music from Volume 8 over the credits here. They've never done anything like that before, because it's usually music from the episode. So, yeah. So, why they're doing that, I don't know. Look at all these wonderful people. All right, so I think that will be it for this stage of the reaction. I mean, as per usual, episode comes out in the middle of night, and I'm usually tired, but then I get that shot in the arm, and now I feel like I'm gonna let it simmer, digest everything, and then I'll come back if I feel like I need to talk some more. So see you then, which will probably be in a matter of seconds, because editing. Hi, I'm back, because I said I was going to listen to the song, and I forgot. My mind is erasing with a bunch of different thoughts. So let's just go straight into the song. I'm going to be using a lyric video. You know who you are. Let's do this, dude. Oh man, I'm hyped already for the full thing. All right, let's go. God, that's fucking nice, dude. Let's go. Ooh, I like that guitar though. Reference? Another reference? Good shit. Oh, dude. Ooh, this is... Oh, that's new and different, and I like that. Ooh, listen to that. Yeah, do it. Oh. Damn. Okay. Hey, dude. That was nice. Oh, dude. Casey and Martine. I mean, I knew already that they would just do the coolest shit. But, like, bro. That was fucking nice. I'm not much of a, like, super, like, in-depth diver into lyric stuff. Or at least not much anymore. Not so much anymore. But I can tell that there's probably... There's a lot to be gleamed from those lyrics. Especially, you know... Oh, dude, that one section where, you know, they're not even really singing. They're just talking. That was cool. That was really cool. Oh, dude, that was so fucking hype. Oh, dude, I am very excited to see what else Casey and Martine have been cooking up on the song side of things. All right, I gotta stop because I'm just gonna ramble. I'll probably be back. If not later on today, I'll probably. Yeah, when will I? I mean, I'll probably give it a day or two, and then add stuff that I need to. God damn, I'm just so excited. that gave me life. Ah. All right, I'm gonna go. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. It's been a day and a bit since the episode aired, so I've watched it a few times, and just gonna talk about a few things. I'm probably not gonna do much like theory crafting stuff because I'm not that good at that. More, I'm just gonna run down a list of things that I felt were interesting and wanted to point out from my own perspective. Starting off, something I probably should have thought about earlier because we've seen it before, but after Ruby lands, we hear a voice or multiple voices saying her name. Who is that? Who are those voices? Who is saying her name? Unfortunately, the English subtitles for the episode don't exist yet, so there's no current way to know whose voice it is. But it does interest me because I don't immediately recognize who is speaking. Maybe I'm just being silly and it's a voice that I definitely should recognize, or it's not, and it's someone who will find out. Maybe, I don't know. Next up, something very small, but I appreciated Gambol Shroud being name dropped. I think for the first time ever in the show, the name of Blake's weapon has actually been said. And I just really appreciated that. Because so many weapons have names, and it's a rare thing for those names to actually be used and said in the show. So, it's good to see that. One of the big things this episode is Weiss and her, apprehension. She clearly doesn't want to talk about what happened. Speaking of Weiss, though, she mentions that she's low on dust. And while it could have just easily been sort of a joke line, I am wondering whether that will play some kind of role, minor or major. Her not having full combat capabilities. But it does it does raise that question. What will she do in the event that she does actually run out and then she can't do any of the stuff that she would normally do? I'm assuming that dust is not a thing in the Ever After, so we'll see how that develops potentially. Small thing, but I adore the animation on the mice, especially when Little is talking to all the other mice and that one just falls down. It's the cutest damn thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So Yang, what has she been up to since she arrived? It's clear that she's been on some kind of adventure. She's lost her arm. It was stolen. And obviously before we see her, she's encountered the Jabberwalker. And who knows what the hell's going on there. Then there's RWBY and her reaction to hearing about Penny. As I mentioned earlier, I like how instant it was. Like the moment that Weiss mentions Penny, RWBY just instantly knows, and then that's it. She's done. It's a horrible thing to think about from her perspective, you know. Especially because, like, that could well be the turning point for her. I mean, we don't get too much of her after that, but she's obviously serious and not jovial or happy at all, which, by the looks of things of this volume, is probably going to continue for her. I'm not expecting to see much of smiling RWBY in the remainder of this volume, so... But yeah, obviously, RWBY's probably going to be our focus for Volume 9, and it's going to be a very big change for her and her character, and I'm equal parts excited and terrified for it, so... Next up is Blake being the one to, you know, recognize where they were. I find it really cool that Blake is the one that recognizes, hey, we're in a fairy tale. Because, you know, as we know, Blake is a bookworm. She loves her books. I mean, it just makes the most sense for it to be Blake. RWBY, yeah, but RWBY's probably not in the headspace to be recognizing such things or to care about such things. So it's interesting that we have Blake being the one to do it. And based on one particular thing in the intro, I'm curious about Blake's role throughout this volume, because it might be somewhat of a important role, maybe. I'll talk about that in a minute. So moving on to the intro, first and foremost is obviously the intense focus on RWBY and how obviously she's not going to be okay for all this volume, and things are going to change with her. I already talked about that, so not really going to retread that. But one thing that I do notice about the intro is the focus on Crescent Rose. It appears a number of times throughout, and based on the episode and the other things that we've seen from trailers, it seems like RWBY and Crescent Rose will be separated for most, if not all, of the volume. I don't exactly have much deep thoughts on what that means, other than it's, you know, RWBY being separated from that is potential symbolic change in her character, representing, you know, Crescent Rose is a huge part of RWBY as a character, as a symbol. So for her not to have that can just help to further reinforce the changes that RWBY will be going through this volume. Next up, a brief mention on Alyx, or Alyx, obviously our Alice, the girl who fell through the world. We can only really speculate at this point as to her role, but, based on how important or the relevance that the story of the girl who fell through the world has on this volume, we can assume that she'll have a major role to play, but we can only speculate at this point. We don't really know anything about her yet, so wait and see. Right, so back to the Blake thing. During the part of the intro where we have that sort of storybook, pages turning, and Team RWBY, following along with Alyx. For the first page, they're walking, and Yang is the one who's directly behind Alyx. But then, for all the subsequent pages, Blake is the one who's directly behind Alyx. That jumps out to me because it seems an intentional choice to put Blake first. So I'm wondering whether that implies a larger role for Blake throughout this volume in terms of acting as a leader. Because RWBY's probably, going to be out of action. Because it seems almost like the obvious choice for Yang to be the, second in command. But maybe things don't exactly go well, and Blake is the one who steps in to fill that role for the time being. Next up is the book that we see in the intro, which, if you look carefully at the side of the book, you can clearly see that it says The Girl Who Fell Through the World. We all know what that is. Obviously, that story and the book itself, specifically the book, might play some important role. The tree, or a tree, is on the cover of the book. We've seen that before, a tree on the cover of a book. We've seen that in the RWBY Fairy Tales show a couple times in there, I believe. In one of the fairy tales, and the other, Ozpin is holding a book with a tree on the cover of it. Now that screams, important to me. That does not scream coincidence. And it's obvious that the tree is the central idea for this volume. And we know that ideas and things for this volume go back to the very beginning, to the conception of the show. Well, maybe not the conception, but not long after. I don't have much in the way of ideas as what it all means yet, but we will be finding out. That much I'm certain of. And the last thing for the intro I just wanted to mention is the mirror that we see in that shot with RWBY falling. We see Alyx there, and then behind is the mirror, and in the mirror is a figure. It's not the same as Alyx. It is a different figure. Hair's different. They have glasses, or I'm pretty sure they have glasses. It looks like they do. So that's another thing to think about. I admittedly don't know a whole lot about Alice in Wonderland and what is it? Through the Looking Glass, the sequel. I don't know a whole lot about those works, so I need to familiarize myself with those if I'm to have any sort of guesses as to what things could mean. Now to focus on a specific topic for a little bit. First up, I want to talk about the Jabberwalker. Now, as I just mentioned, I'm not too familiar with the story of the Jabberwocky, which is obviously what this is. So I can't say too much on that. I am very, very, very intrigued by it. I'm very interested in the speech. The speech part of it was very interesting because the words it uses. I know that I just said I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I'm aware of the fact that the story of the Jabberwalker is pretty focused on words. Words are an important thing. That does make me, immediately focus on what this thing is saying and the words it uses, the words it says. What is it? It starts with searching, scouring, stalking. Like, it seems to narrate what it is currently doing, because once it hears little, instead of searching, scouring, stalking, it says detecting, listening. And then, towards the end of the scene, it says things like recede, retreat, return, as it leaves. I don't know what the hell it all means. I just find it really interesting and pretty cool that we have this thing that is, narrating everything that it's doing. But it's not just using the same words, it's using words that are similar. Searching, scouring, stalking. These are all words that relate to each other. And on that note, the sound design for the Jabberwalker is awesome. I love the roars and the other more animalistic sounds it makes. But I especially love the effect that they've put in over the voice of it. It's commanding. It's the kind of sound that just reaches in and you feel it. And I love that. And then on that topic of sound design, that moment when it, hears little and it knows that it's there, when all the sound just drops away and it turns. Ooh. That's cool. Next up, let's talk about Jaune. So, he's not in the episode at all, obviously, but he is in the intro a few times. I am very, very intrigued as to what his role will be in this volume. Back at the end of Volume 8, when people were falling, we all kind of assumed that, all of RWBY would be down there. Neo was a surprise, but maybe not the biggest surprise. But then, having Jaune fall was very intriguing for me because, why him? Of all people, what is his purpose for being down there? Because he obviously has a role to play, but what exactly is that? I'm very, very interested to find out. In the intro, we have that one shot of him with clocks. Clocks and time have been a very prominent symbol in the show before. It's like, I don't have much in the way of potential ideas as to what it means, but I'm expecting it to be very integral to him and his character and his story in this volume and what he'll be doing. As well as the jackalope, because that seems to be an important part with him. Of course, assuming that, he is the one who is that knight, which, come on. It looks just like him. I think of pretty much all the characters, he is the one that I'm almost most interested in to see what happens with him. So, and then speaking of characters that I'm interested to see, Neo is interesting because she seems to be playing, based on the intro anyway, a much bigger role than I would have expected. Because she seems to be heavily connected with Alyx, which, for those who read Roman Holiday, may not be much of a surprise, but I do not remember, admittedly, much about the book. I really need to reread it. I've got it. Where is it? It's right here. I need to read it again. It's been a while, so I admittedly do not remember much. I will get on that. But I'm very curious. As I sort of mentioned in the initial reaction, Neo just seems to fit into the world of the Ever After really well, which I find particularly interesting because Neo as a character didn't exist until well into Volume 2, and the Ever After, as we know, ideas about it at least have existed pre-Volume 1. So it's just interesting that Neo of all characters seems to be not only just fit really well into the world, but she's going to be playing a significant role, and that she's heavily connected to this other idea that we don't know a whole lot about yet. And it just makes me so much more interested in Neo than I already was. And finally, just some words on music, because it's me. Come on. You all saw this coming. Wasn't a whole lot of music this episode, so there's not really a lot for me to talk about. Now, the whole opening bit, we've basically heard that before. It's a little different from the first time you hear it, but it's the majority of it is pretty much the same. We have that big gap, and then the next time we hear music is with Blake and Weiss trying to get Gambol Shroud, which I really like that scene, and the music there it's very fun. Nothing in the way of motifs or anything, as far as I can tell. Next bit of music we get is with the Jabberwalker. Again, don't have much to say on it other than, sounds cool. If that ends up being a thing that we hear again specifically for the Jabberwalker, I would not be surprised. And then probably my favorite piece of music from the episode is after that, where, we have all of Team RWBY reunited and they learn about what happened. Love that piano. That piano is so pretty and sad, and it just makes me feel things. I don't think there was anything in the way of references to any other themes or motifs. Maybe I could maybe 30-40% hear maybe a reference to Penny, but I'm not confident on that. Yeah, that whole bit is gorgeous and depressing at the same time, and I love it. And then finally, we hear the same music that we heard from that one trailer as we get the grand reveal of the Ever After, which does lead me to think that it could be a motif or an idea that is representative of the Ever After as a whole. So if we hear that again, I would not be surprised. So one last thing to mention, I didn't want to talk about it during the initial reaction because I wanted to wait until he said something more official, which he since has on Twitter. But Alyx Abraham is no longer composing on the show, and while there is a sense of sadness and disappointment from my end, I am left only with incredible appreciation and respect and love for him and everything that he has done for the show. It is not a lie to say that I would not be who I am without his work. My love and interest in music that I have now is owed in no small part to him, and of course to Jeff as well. Jeff and Casey rightfully get a lot of praise and love from the RWBY community. But Alyx deserves it just as much for everything that he has done. You know, RWBY, I feel, would not be what it is without Alex Abraham. So, all the love and best wishes to him. And I implore all of you to do the same, because he is, without doubt, one of the nicest and most humble people I've ever had the pleasure of talking to. And I respect him a lot. So, go give him your love. And I think that is all I want to talk about. This has ended up being a lot longer than I expected it would be. I was not expecting to have this much to say, because I'm not really a big talker. But it's fun to be able to have a record of, you know, the first experience, because you only get that once. You only get that experience once. And I suppose that's why reactions are such a fun thing, is because they're the closest you can get to experiencing something for the first time again. So having a record of that personally is very exciting, and I wish that I had been doing it for a lot longer. Right, so that will be it for Chapter 1 of Volume 9. What's it called again? A Place of Particular Concern. Love me some alliteration. Me reacting, entirely new experience. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. Hopefully, I've been moderately entertaining. And if I have, then be sure to check out the others that will come. And I've been slacking and lazy for a long time now, but I have other ideas for videos that I want to make, particularly centered around the music, of course, that I have been working on in at least some way. I've been writing some stuff, thinking of ideas to do. Hopefully, I will be getting to work on those soon, and they will be up and done within. I've got no time frame. Hopefully, like range of months at the maximum. Hope you're looking forward to those. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and see you then.